Most operators believe capital raising is personal and that automation feels super cold. That system somehow removed trust building. Yeah, on the surface, that sounds reasonable, but the truth is automation isn't what erodes trust in capital raising. Inconsistency does. And it erodes trust long before any system ever shows up. Early on, I believed the exact same thing. I thought if I didn't personally remember every conversation, every detail, every follow-up, that the relationship would suffer. So I kept everything in my head. Notes were scattered, follow-ups were manual, timing was guessed. And what actually happened wasn't more trust, it was more pressure. The deadlines kept creeping up, conversations felt reactive, follow-up slipped, not because I didn't care, but because I'm human. And here's what surprised me. Investors didn't pull back because things felt automated. They pulled back when things felt inconsistent, when communication changed, when timing felt rushed, when the experience felt reactive instead of intentional. And that's when I realized something important. Automation doesn't create trust, it protects it. Because capital raising isn't personal at every layer, it's personal at the relationship layer, but it needs structure at the execution layer. Investors don't experience automation, they experience predictable communication, they experience clear timing, professional follow-up, and calm stewardship. They don't wake up thinking, oh, I hope this sponsor manually typed this email. They're asking a different question. Do I feel confident in how this is being handled? And confidence comes from consistency, and that's why this matters. Systems don't replace your relationships, they protect them. Think about it this way. Every single relationship already has systems in place. They're just invisible. Your calendar's a system. Your inbox is a system. Your memory is a very unreliable system. And when capital raising is light and casual, you can get away with that. But pressure exposes weak systems. And pressure is exactly when trust is tested. When you're scrambling before deadlines, when you're guessing who's actually serious, when you're reaching out because you need an answer, not because they're ready. That's not a relationship problem, that's a system problem. And here's the part most operators miss. They think personalization means more effort, more remembering, more improvising, more one-off work. But real personalization is relevance over time, and relevance requires structure. Manual personalization collapses under scale, it collapses under stress, it collapses exactly when capital is on the line. And here's the uncomfortable truth. A calm, structured system feels more personal than a frantic human trying to remember everything. Because investors don't feel human effort, they feel late responses, inconsistent touch points, sudden urgency, pitch-first behavior, and that creates uncertainty for them. This is where most capital raisers hit a ceiling. They assume trust is built by doing more, but effort doesn't compound, consistency does. In a manual world, relationship quality depends on your memory, timing depends on availability, and follow-up depends on your energy. In an engineered system, the experience stays stable. Relationships are supported, not strained. You show up calmer, not reactive. That's the distinction that matters. Automation should handle what must be consistent. Humans should handle what requires judgment. That's not less personal, that's more professional. And this is the identity shift that changes everything. You're not a scrappy capital raiser trying to keep up. You are a professional steward of investor relationships. At a certain level, this stops being a philosophical debate. The real question becomes, are your relationships being supported by infrastructure or quietly strained by the lack of it? Because capital doesn't move at the speed of opportunity, it moves at the speed of confidence, and confidence is built through consistency. It's not charisma, it's not your memory, it's not your hustle. If this reframes how you think about automation and trust, we put together a webinar that breaks down how this entire trust building system actually works on autopilot. It's not tactics, It's not scripts, the underlying system that creates consistency, visibility, and calm across the entire capital raise. So it's linked below if you want to see how this looks when it's engineered properly, not duct taped together. No pressure, just clarity. Systems don't make capital raising impersonal, they make it dependable.